Hello everyone, in this video we are going to learn how to find the volume of a cone, and we're also going to learn about how to actually find the radius and height if the volume of a cone is given. Now we all know that there is a formula for the volume of a cone, and here is the cone. A cone looks like this, and basically if you have remembered that the volume of a cylinder is actually written as, I'm saying the volume of a cylinder, pi r square h. Now I have also shown a demonstration before of this. So the point is this, that the volume of a cone is actually the same as the cylinder, except that it is 1/3 of the volume of the cylinder. So the volume of a cone is going to be pi r square h divided by 3. Now you can see over here that it ends with a circle, so this is going to be the radius of the cone, and over here the height that will be coming from the top and touching the center of the circle and 90° towards the radius, this will be referred to as the height, which is referred to as h. Now we understand that the cone is going to look like this, and it's very easy to do problems of cone. So let us see an example. Suppose the radius of a cone is given as 3 cm and the height of the cone is given as 7 cm. Now we have to find the volume of a cone. So over here we know the formula. Volume of a cone is pi r square h divided by 3. So now as we know the volume of a cone, we will just be inserting the value of r, which is going to be 3 cm as given in the problem, and height as 7 cm as given in the problem. So let us see how this works. Pi times 3 squared times 7 divided by 3. Now many people have struggles with the calculator, so I will show you how to do it with the calculator too. You are going to use shift over here and then exp, because this gives you the value of pi, times 3 square, which we have over here, times 7 divided by 3. So the volume is going to be 65.97 centimeter cube. Now this is how you actually find the volume of a cone whenever the radius and the height of the cone is given. Now the point is this, that after we find the volume of the cone, there can be times when we need to find the radius and the height of the cone. So how can we do that? Say for instance the volume of the cone we found is 65.97. So let me use the same numbers over here. The volume of the cone is given. Now we do not know, suppose, the height of the cone, and we know the radius is given as 3 cm. Now I'm doing the same problem because I want to show you that you are going to come up with the same answer no matter whatever way you do. So we know over here that the height is going to come out to be 7. So now let us see and apply it. Since we know that the volume of a cone is pi r square h divided by 3, and we know that the volume is going to be 65.97 centimeter cube and the radius is going to be 3 centimeter, we insert that in the formula. So it's going to be pi times 3 squared times h over 3 equals to the given volume. Now over here we see the basic rules of equation over here that we need to implement. Say for example you have a math like this, 3x over 7 equals to 4. How you solve that equation? 7, you have to check what operation are the numbers with the variable. We see that 7 is actually in the form of division with the variable x. So the next line would be 3x is equal to 4 times 7, because we know whenever the numbers shift to the other side of the equation, the sign flips. Addition becomes subtraction, multiplication becomes division, vice versa. So we see over here 7 is in the form of division with x, so it goes to the other side and becomes multiplication. 3 is in the form of multiplication with x. as a result of which this 3 is going to be in the form of division in the next line. So we will finally have something like this to get the value of x. Similar situation over here. So we see over here and do a few more lines so that you can know what's happening over here is that we have 9 pi h over 3 which equals 65.97. So we know over here 3 is in the form of division. So it goes to the other side, becomes multiplication. So as a result we are going to have math like this, times 3. And 9 pi is in the form of multiplication, so it will go to the other side and it will become division. As a result, you will be ending up with an equation like this. Now as we insert this value in the calculator, we are going to find the height. So let us check how this works. 65.97 times 3 divided by 9 times pi. Make sure you use a bracket whenever using 9 times pi. So you see the answer is coming out to be 6.999, which is very close to your 7 centimeter. So you learn from here that you can find the height of a cone whenever the volume and the radius of the cone is given to you. So now we are going to also learn how to find the radius of a cone whenever the volume and the height is given. So let us see it as an example. Suppose the volume of the cone is given as 400 centimeter cube, and that the height of the cone is say 8 centimeter. So over here we need to find the radius of the cone. In order to find the radius of the cone, we're gonna still do the same thing. First, we're gonna write the formula pi r square h over 3. This is the volume of the cone. And now we are going to insert the values. As we know that the r is going to be unknown, we need to find it. So h is 8 centimeters. So we are now going to put 8 in position of h. 3 is in the formula, and the volume of the cylinder would be coming as 400. Or now we know that 3 is in the form of division. As a result, it will go to the other side and will become multiplication. So we know that whenever the side changes, the sign flips. We know 8 pi is in the form of multiplication. So as a result, it will go to the other side and it will become division like this. Now, the easiest way to get rid of r square is that we have always learned that whenever there is a square on one side of the equation, say we can eliminate the square by putting a square root on the other side of the equation. So 400 times 3 over 8 pi. Therefore, the radius is going to be, we're now going to use our calculator over here, that 400 times 3 divided by 8 shift pi and the square root, so we get the answer as 6.90. Hence we can conclude that the radius of the cone is going to be 6.90 centimeter. So this is how you can find the volume of a cone, the radius or the height whenever they're missing and the volume is given. So over here we finally learned that whenever we have the volume of a cone is going to be pi r square h over 3. If you fail to forget the formula, make sure you visualize that the cylinder is in this shape, and if you cut the cylinder, you can make a cone out of the cylinder. So as a result, the volume of a cone is divided by 3, having the same volume as the cylinder.